Hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Gina and it's been several months since I've posted on this channel, but I'm back for I don't know how long, but I am back. And today's going to be a good one because I'm going to the comic book shop. I've recently moved and I discovered there's a comic book shop that's like 20ish or so 25-minute walk away, and I figured, you know what, I should check it out. It's been a long time since I've been to just a specific comic book shop, so figured let's try it out and see what I can find. There is something that I am looking for. It's the Harley Quinn versus Zatanna comic, so we'll see if I find it there, but yeah, we'll see. Anyways, let's get going because it's already like a little after lunch. They just opened, but it's a little after lunch and I want to get there and get back before it starts snowing. So yeah, let's head out. Anyone comics? So I went to the comic book store. This is Alive. I did not go to Five Below. I just have my reusable bag, but I did go to the comic book top. They put it in this nice, I guess it's like newspaper bag. It's a brown bag essentially, but it has the newspaper type advertisement on the. Anyways, that's besides the point. It's been a long time since I've actually been to just a general comic book shop where they just sell comic books and graphic novels, manga. They don't actually sell books. Granted, I did get a book, but I'll explain that when I show it. But that's what it mainly focuses on. They did have a couple of like shirts and hoodies, which I showed in the clips, that I considered getting, but I actually didn't check the price, but I have an idea of how much they probably are, but it's on my mind. It's on my mind. Anyways, so I got 4 things here. Anyway, so the first thing that I picked up, my brother actually showed this to me online, and I haven't heard that they were doing this series, but it's Harley Quinn versus Zatanna. They're doing a whole like versus thing in the DC universe, and these two, Harley Quinn is like my favorite in the DC. Well, it's hard to say if she's actually my favorite. It's between her and Catwoman. I do enjoy Wonder Woman a lot, but she's like solid number 3 spot. It's between Harley Quinn and Catwoman as my top, but I do enjoy Zatanna as well. I've slowly been getting into reading about her. So this is apparently round 5, but it looks like each round is a different set, so it's not like I'm reading. I think it seems like I could probably read out of order. So here's the art. It does match the cover pretty well, I would say. So this is exciting. It's very exciting. I'm really glad that this was there. Like this is the only copy they had left too. So I like snatched it up real quick. I was like, this is what I wanted. So that was the first thing that I grabbed. The second thing that I grabbed is Uncanny by Junji Ito. So this is a book. I actually, when I first saw this years ago, I thought it was a manga, but I never pulled it out just to see, you know, which way it was oriented. But I figure it's like, it's Junji Ito, so it's clearly a manga. But this is actually a book. This is actually close to like a memoir. Yeah, in this professional memoir and horror manga analysis, he tells all and digs into dark recesses, reflections on influences from his childhood, thoughts on manga, next level idea generation techniques, character design, craftsmanship, and more. So I'm intrigued. There are drawings throughout it, so I think that's pretty helpful as well. But I'm just like, I don't know. I guess I just wasn't expecting there to be like a memoir on him, because I do have over here an art book by Junji Ito, but now I also have this memoir and like analysis book as well. So this is really exciting. I do enjoy Junji Ito's work a lot, so hopefully this will be inspirational and will get me back into drawing myself. So I haven't done that in a while. But yeah, so Uncanny by Junji Ito. This was actually in the manga section, so that's also why I thought it was manga originally, but I was like, oh, this is a book. And I had to have it. Anyways, so yeah, the next thing I grabbed was Common Sense Monster. This is a manga. Let me find a good page of the artwork. And it's about like the main character. She has difficulties being, you know, normal, and she gets called a monster a lot, and then she discovers that this one girl who she wishes she could be more like is actually a monster herself, but no one knows it. They're like, oh, she's normal, she's awesome, and she's able to blend in perfectly with humans. So she asked to be her friend. And that's the story. This is volume 1. I actually never heard of this series before. I think this cover is gorgeous, and the inside art's pretty nice too. So I think I might enjoy this a lot. I hope so, but even if I don't, like I do enjoy the art, and the concept is really nice as well. So that was the third thing that I got. And the last thing I got was in the 50% off section. It's a little yucky. It's called The Wicked and the Divine. I probably read this volume when it came out years ago. When did it come out? 2015? Well, the second printing was in 2015. Anyways, I read this particular volume. I did not complete the series, but I did read this particular volume years ago, and I was like, you know what? Let me just own it. It's 50% off. Originally $10, so I was like, it's $5. Like I said, it's a little yucky, but I'm pretty sure I can clean it, because this is not paper. Like, it's not paper like this paper, so I should be able to clean the back of it, and it'll look, you know, pretty nice. And then let me show you some of the art in the inside. Usually I'm not actually the biggest fan of digital drawn comics. Never mind that I also do digital art. That's like besides the point. I think it's, I grew up with comics that were hand drawn, so it was hard for me to transition to liking the digital drawn ones, but I'm liking them more and more. Also, probably because that's mainly what they are with US comics anyways. But I'm very particular. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. But this one is pretty decent, I would say. It's not like my favorite, but I like it enough. So yeah, that's what I got. So yeah, I got 4 things from there. I'm pretty happy with my haul. And yeah, so yeah, that's what I bought. That's my haul for the day. And there's nothing really else I have to say. It's interesting to be back on camera, so if my shots are a little wonky, it's just me like adjusting back to being on camera. But yeah, so I'm glad that you stayed and watched the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if not, that's okay too. You don't have to continue watching my stuff, but I hope you enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed making it, and I will see you next time. Bye!